Hello everyone, this is Josh, aka the Biscuit Eater, and I wanted to thank you all for joining me on the 7th episode of my long-form Let's Play of the Outer Worlds. See, I told you I wasn't abandoning it, we're still here, we just now have a couple games that we're going to be showcasing on the channel. Now, if you're new to this particular series, I am doing what you would call a bad ending playthrough of the game, with a dumb, rude, corporate shill of a man named Bob who likely is going to betray all the good folks of Halcyon. If this is your first time with the series, thank you for joining. You can find a link to the playlist in the description down below. Otherwise, go ahead and sit back and relax. In our previous episode, we finally got into the Geothermal Plant, rescued, and I say this with air quotes, a sprat-eating psychopath, successfully depowered the botanical labs, and generally destroyed every automechanical in there other than the one we previously repaired, and then press-ganged into taking out the other automechanicals for us. Today, we go seek out a banned book, we check out the aftermath of our betrayal of non-corporate dissenters, and possibly even get ourselves off this rock. So, let's go ahead and pop a few dehydrated water pills, now with carbonation, and cue the intro.
All I need is me, myself, and I. Sometimes I wish I was somebody else. I was somebody else. I go my own way. Don't care what you say.
Alright folks, welcome back, and I want to preface this particular playthrough with an apology in advance. You've probably heard over the last couple of videos I've done, I have had a little bit of a cough. Thankfully it's not a persistent one, but it does kind of come up here and there, and it may sneak its way into this particular recording. Again, I am not ill, thankfully. This is more just a matter of allergies and just general irritants in the air that are bothering me at this time. So if there is a little bit of a coughing fit, I do apologize. I will try, if at all possible, to jump cut those out so you don't have to deal with them, but just be aware that they may be incoming. Anyways, so if we see jump cuts, that's what's going on here. Oh, I guess I was a little idle for a little too long, but let's go ahead now. What we were doing, where we left off, we had just finished with the geothermal plant. We had just shut down the power for the biotech lab, or the biotech lab, I think it was called. Botanical lab, that's it. I can remember things. What we had left to do was the illustrated manual, where we needed to get that journal that it was going to be stuck, I believe, if memory, looks like it, we need to travel to the cave and find it. We also did get the last of the engineering manual, so we need to actually return that to Thomas, who is at the botanical labs and likely is not going to be very happy with me, but let's see if he'll still take it back and pay me for it, because all we care about is the money, right? Yeah. Alright, so let's go ahead and get to... Let's see, so, oh, that's right, I need to actually mark that that's the one we're doing, is the illustrated manual, and go back to the map, and here's where we're going. So we'll go ahead and fast travel to the geothermal plant. I was noticing on my initial load that the load screens were running a little bit longer than normal as well, so if that does happen, just be aware that I may have to do jump cuts for that as well. Again, I try to do as few jump cuts as possible to let it show that I am doing a true Let's Play and not doing mass cuts or reshoots, but that would be why that happens if it does happen. Anyways, let's go ahead and get our new toy out, because I want to play this, and yeah, I see some marauders over here. So let's test it on these marauders, shall we? Can we get close? What's our options here?
I'm ready for this.
I saw you when I... Okay. Nah, I keep trying to run, and I end up crouching. Sometimes, I don't know why I get those two commands swapped, but it keeps happening, and it's a little frustrating. But that's how things are, and I'm okay with it. So let's see, where were we? We were looking at Okay, let's see. Where are our friends' bodies? Empty vents. Hate that. I know that's just, it's random loot tables, but I hate it when random loot tables give me nothing. Okay, so we've got you, we've got, okay, we do have a, there were 3, weren't there? And I could have sworn I heard one, I do seem to be missing one of the piles, but, oh well. Can't be helped. Alright, let's, excuse me, let's go ahead and make sure there's not anything else. Oh, there we go. We got some loot. A few bits, but every bit helps. Just like we loot everything. Be glad I'm not doing a Let's Play of Skyrim 1. That'd be super, super long. 2, I pick up everything, and I collect everything, and then I sell it off for piecemeal. But that's just kind of how I play the game. Alright, so let's go ahead. Here's our cave. And going in, do I need to sneak? I probably should sneak in case there's somebody in here. Not seeing anybody showing up on the HUD yet, but you never know. Oh, yep, there we go. There's some enemies. So, oh, and can I sneak past here? Those darn mines. Well, I guess we're gonna announce our presence to our enemies. And, oh. Okay. But I saw where, oh, okay. So they're that way. Okay, we'll go kill them later. Alright, we got that. Is there anything in here? Yes, indeed there are. 0G brew. Again, my apologies for any throat clears. Hopefully that's a little bit better than any potential coughing fits, right? That's at least how I'm going to do it. Okay. Oh, yes, good. No mag lock slots. There we go. We got a journal. Sweet. Alright. Oh, we got our skill up. Perfect. So, what I'm going to do, like I said, I need to do stealth because I want to have the ability to sell items at vending machines. I'll probably eventually push this up to about 40 so I can get the restricted items as well. But for now, we're going to focus on just the selling. We got other things we need to pump skill points into. Also going to go ahead and pump up leadership because I want the ability to do the companion attacks. Because we didn't have that option yet. And I'll show you that as soon as we get into our next combat. Determination, does this do... Oh, so determination... I actually may want to push up determination to 20. That's going to be a whole another level up to do. That's something to consider. The push to healing to your companions as well can be kind of nice. But considering they can't die, they're just temporarily taken out of the equation. Yeah. Alright, so let's go ahead and apply that. Yeah, so yeah, you can command your companions to use their special abilities on the enemy you're targeting. Companion 1, companion ability, or 2. So you can have up to 2 companions. Go ahead and finish up with that. Alright, so what's on the other side of this cave? Oh, there's bad guys on this side too. Oh wait, is that the... Okay, no. What's over here? Okay, whatever it is up there. Let's go see what it is. And if it is... What are you? Primals. Oh dear, we got 4 primals. Do I dare? It's 5 of them. 5. Well, you know what? Yep, we're gonna save it. evict. So, much as I like the new boomsticks.
Incoming!
Oh, wow. Okay. Please do something at me. Die, 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 die. Okay, I'm hurting a little bit. Got one. Die. Okay, we got it. We got him. Yeah, I know. We got that. That's that in matter damage. Or in-ray damage. That's interesting about in-ray weapons is they do less initial damage, but they do a DOT, which can be really nice. And we already... Okay, well, there's nothing to get there. Okay, so... Oh, and I forgot to use my companion. See, this is a thing, and I don't know if I said it previous, because I've been doing train of thought here, but in previous instances, I never used my companion abilities because, well, I was always shooting everything. Where were they? Okay, those must have been the, yeah, those must have been what I was seeing as enemies in the when I went into the cave. So, okay, so we've got that squared away. Let's go ahead and go back into town to get Vicar Max, or at least pay off with Vicar Max, because I may need him going forward. Because if memory serves, this is where he joins up with us. When indentured servants are freed, anarchy soon follows. It's the kind of mindset these folks have. Okay, yep, let's go talk to Vicar Max. Since it's been a little while since we've interacted with anyone, I always do the dumb option. If dumb is not available, I do the intimidate option. So those are my hard and fast rules. Oh, he's standing now. Hello.
It's a fine new day in Edgewater. The cannery hums, streetlights and faces glow. I suppose this means the two of you were able to sort out the matter?
Let's see. It seemed like the better choice.
The greater good can be difficult to determine. None of us can know the effects of our decision in a year, or 10, or 100. Take comfort in the fact that your choices are always, ultimately, in line with the grand plan.
Because of course they are. Alright, I've got your book.
Wonderful. This is fantastic. Well worth all the sacrifices Wait. What the fuck is this? Is this French? I can't fucking read French. It's a law-forsaken joke is what it is. French. Ha! I was so high and mighty, preaching to the yokels about following the plan, while fighting it at every turn.
Okay, again, if you haven't been watching this particular series, I did warn there is some blue language in this game. I will try to avoid it myself as much as possible, but do expect to hear some of it, and I'm not going to bleep it out. So, let's keep going. So, you didn't want the book to keep others from reading it, you just wanted it for yourself. Okay, yeah, you didn't want that book to keep others from reading it, you just wanted it for yourself.
Well, yes. But I assure you, it was not for personal gain, only for the greater good.
Mm-hmm.
I've spent my life searching for the keys to unlocking the secrets of the universal equation that underlies the plan. I had hoped this book held some of those answers. I became so desperate, I even got myself assigned to this plague-ridden backwater to find the damn thing. All the time and suffering I've spent. Wasted.
Yeah, this guy got himself assigned here on purpose because he wanted that book. That was the only reason he came here. Nice guy, huh? But hey, you know what? He's going to be a companion. So let's see here. This has to be some kind of cosmic retribution.
Yes, you're right. Such are the workings of the equation. And I've only my own hubris to blame. I certainly never planned for this contingency. But that's neither here nor there. What I need to do now is to find a translator, obviously. But to do that, I'll first need to secure transport. You have a ship. perhaps I could make myself of use to your crew.
What's in it for me?
Free spiritual counseling, someone to watch your back, not to mention a grown-up in the party.
I'm 28.
Exactly. I'm pretty handy with a toss-ball stick, or any blunt instrument, really. I'm also a passable gun hand, if it comes to that. I can usually talk my way out of conflict, though. Oh, I'm fairly competent at hacking computers as well.
Spiritual counseling? Are you even a real vicar?
Of course. I'm a vicar who is dedicated to his calling. More dedicated than any other you'll find in this colony. I joined the OSI to help decipher the grand plan. But instead, I ended up the vicar in a prison due to ignorance and politics. Then I came here. Satisfied?
I don't think you're being completely honest with me about that book. What's the story?
It's the journal of one of the originators of the Philosopher's School of Thought, though it would be more than a century before it was perverted into that belief system. Philosophism's a false religion that stands in contradiction to almost everything we know to be true. They believe all is chaos, in stark contrast to OSI's belief in the plan. But most of that came later. Bakonu had some interesting theories about man's perception of reality that I thought could be applied to our attempts to decipher the plan.
How'd you get assigned to prison duty?
Most laypeople are not aware of this, but we've not discovered any new insights into the plan for a long, long time. I had an idea that we should welcome the truth, no matter where we found it. I had the worse idea to share my thoughts with a superior. And that's the long and short of it. So, what do you think?
Yeah, sounds good. Let's go.
Fantastic. Let me get my things in order and I'll catch up with you.
Edgewater's gonna miss you. Folk here always had good things to say about their vicar.
Thank you, Ms. Holcomb. I'll be glad for the change of scenery, and to leave this place behind. I shall see you on the ship, Captain, whenever you're ready to leave Emerald Vale.
Oh, well, darn. I'm not going to be able to actually pick him up as a working companion. That's alright. So, let's see. Anything else you want to say to me?
I'll meet you on the ship when you're ready to depart from...
Okay. Alright. And that will be that. So, next up... Actually, let's go to our side quests. Let's go talk to them. So... they're all the way over there. They're not going to be happy with me at all. I'm so mean. Okay, so it looks like everybody is gathered over there, which is what I expected. But that means, if I remember correctly, we got this shop over here, which nobody can see me now.
Not a peep from me.
Doop, 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 doop. Steal everything, not bolt to the ground, yeah. Okay, so dumb songs aside. Oh, have I already looted you? Yeah, I've already looted you. Okay. Now it's going to be shut, but let's go ahead and talk to people. Are you over there or are you over here? See, just see if our friend... Oh, she killed more canids at least. Thank you for the extra meat. I'll always accept that. Or maybe I just missed that particular one when I was looting these before. Okay, I guess I must have just missed that one. So eventually we're going to have to go in here and talk to her and she's going to be pissed. But that's fine. Okay. Hello, Thomas.
One of us want to go see what happened?
Everybody keeps staring at me. It's not my fault the power's dead.
Hey, today's your lucky day, Thomas. That's a little ironic. I've got one of those data pads you wanted.
No kidding. Really? Well, which one?
The elusive Part 3. Someone stashed away inside the old geothermal plant.
The geothermal plant? Now that is just incredible. You really went exploring down there? Adelaide always told us it was swarming with hostile mechanicals.
Well, it was.
That's a complete set. All 3 parts. I'm gonna be the greatest engineer Halcyon's ever seen. Aside from you, Miss Parvati. I swear, I'll do you proud.
Or love-struck
I'm
fool.
glad we could help, Thomas.
I've been saving something for you. Just a little contraption I found. Should fit right into your outfit.
Okay, I should go. What did he give us? Let's see here. So he gave us, it said it was a modification in the pop-up there, so... Electric charged surface. This mod stuns and damages melee attackers. The effect has to go... Ooh, yes, I want that. So, hold on just a second, folks. It's time to do a little bit of modificationing. Let's go ahead and modify my armor. See if, I'm hoping that's going to be a gadget. Yes, it is. Actually, before I do it, I should double check to make sure there's not a better armor for me to actually wear right now. I should always double check and up my upgrades. Excuse me, before I actually go in. So 9, 9, 4. We have 17, and okay, no bonus, but so okay, yeah. So as I thought. This is my best right now. Okay, I just wanted to double check. Let's check Parvati, so make sure she's also in the best I can get for 9, 9, 11. Okay, so we're both in our best. Excuse me. So let's go back to install. Still don't have an armor mod. Need to pick one of those up. Let's actually check on Parvati's. What do I have for her? Excuse me. So I have her in regular hunter kit. Range weapons +5. Range weapons. Okay, so no, we're still right where we need to be there. Guns. So let's check our weapons. Any new mods here? Oh, I don't. Oh, I don't have a powered. I don't have a mod for Mr. Smashy. Now has a mod. Excuse me again. Back. Okay, so you have a mod. Do I have any grips? I do have grips. Speed grip, attack speed, durability. Give it extra durability, sure. And it's already got Mr. Power, so. Alright, we're looking at plasma rifle, magazine. Do we have any magazine mods? We have magazine mods for her. So, damage type shock. Okay, she doesn't have a. Could have sworn. Oh, because it's a plasma rifle. No, we're not going to make it shock. So yeah, let's go ahead and. Oh, but no, she doesn't need additional ammunition. So no. Okay. And she's already got that. So let's check mine. Do I have a mag? I do have, yeah, because mag is shock type value. So okay, so we're good there. And lastly, let's go ahead and double check. Is there anything here that I want to use instead? No. All right, so we'll go ahead and at this time, breaking down the extra ones. We'll hold on to you because you're special. Tossball stick. Get rid of you. Get rid of you. Really sad getting rid of you, but I don't need you. Alright, how are we doing on monies? We get about 7,000, so we do have... Okay, we have room to do some... Yeah, we'll do... Again, we'll make sure first everything I can is tinkered up to 200. or past 200 first. And we're not going to tinker with you because we're not going to change over to you. And then armor. Oh, I can't believe I didn't tinker on my armor. Always important to do this because it can improve stuff. Like that was a, if I remember correctly, that was a 9 before. Now it's an 11. This is a 17. Now it's a 19. And we'll do hers as well. She's at a 9. At 12 now. And was that 19? Still a 19. Okay, well, still, there's an improvement. And we'll go ahead and repair everything. Okay, we're good. Alright, now to go back to talking to our friends. Deserter.
At this rate.
Deserter.
Hope Adelaide's okay.
Stefan.
Don't see why Thomas can't just get the generator up and running. Something I can help you with?
Oh, I can sell to you.
Nothing.
Oh,
with
I
the
can't.
power gone, we've got to conserve our supplies.
Well, poo. Alright. Grace.
I don't know what you did to talk some sense into Zoe, but I appreciate it.
Where is Zoe anyways? Don't see her here. Deserter. So I talked sense into Zoe, but I don't see her. She headed back. Oh, there she is, because of where she is over here doing her own thing, smoking.
Home is where the heart is. Marauders took that saying a little too literally.
What happened? Did a rat fall into a transformer again? Nope. Nope, but Adelaide is not gonna be happy to me. Happy with me, rather. So where are you, Adelaide? Oh, did she walk over there? Oh, no, she went into... Okay. Well, if she's not over here, let's make sure if there's anything else I can steal before we leave. But she may actually come back here. And since they're all over there, none of them are watching this area right now. So it's all primed for the thefting. One of the reasons I like role-playing games, you can be completely different than you would be in real life. Like I think most of us are probably not prone to just lifting anything like this, but in my case, I absolutely am. In game, not in real life. So being able to play like that is kind of fun. It's one of the good things with gaming as a whole. It's an escapism. It's why I like roleplay. It's why I like all those aspects of gaming. It's just the ability to escape from yourself, escape from the normal, and just look at how the world would look through another pair of eyes. It's something I think is important and an important aspect of gaming people need to recognize and respect. And unfortunately, to go a little political here, it doesn't seem like a lot of people in power really understand the benefits of even just make-believe, much less electronic make-believe. But I'm getting on a tangent here. Let's get back to the game in question. I guess going a little political is not unheard of. This is a relatively political game. Not horribly so, but it definitely has some motivations and some stories it's trying to tell. Alright, and I bet she's right there. Yep, here we go, and we're going to be rude as heck to Adelaide.
That
That's the thing about growing old. Your eyes start to fail. Elsewise, I would have seen you for the snake that you are, chopped you into pieces and roasted you on a spit.
Wait, are you a cannibal?
This is all you're doing. Cutting off my power, killing off my garden. Without refrigeration, my food will spoil, and my flock will starve. I want to ask you this in private, away from the eyes of my flock, so they do not see me lose my temper. Tell me, why did you do it?
Dunno. I like pressing buttons, I guess.
Are you really this moronical, or are you just putting on airs? Listen here, Hullhead. I'm only gonna say this once. Go talk to Grace and Thomas. Look them in the eye and tell them their life here is over, and the only thing left to do is go back to Edgewater. This is now your responsibility.
Sure.
And you tell Reed Thompson that I will never return to Edgewater. I would rather die among my flowers than live under his management.
You're being unreasonable. Come back to Edgewater.
As long as Reed is still in Edgewater, I will not return. Those are my terms.
What happened to you, Adelaide? All this anger had to come from somewhere.
My son worked in that cannery. When the plague started coming, he was one of the first to fall sick. We had a store of medicine locked away, but Reed refused to treat him. Said my boy didn't deserve treatment. Said the medicine would have been wasted on him. So I buried my boy in the cemetery, gathered my belongings, and left. That's as much of the story as you need to hear.
Now, this is the route I went with last time, so I'm actually not going to do it this time. You could actually still betray the botanical lab, but then go and tell Reed to get the heck out. But no, I'm a corporate boy, so enough talk. Let's see if she has anything else to say to me.
Look at that. The snake's come back.
Enough talk. If she's still alive later on, we'll be sure to take her out. He's just rude. Okay, no, not really, but... Okay, so we need to talk to a couple people here. So, hey Thomas.
Sorry, I'm just trying to figure out what to do is all.
You won't survive without power. It's time to go back to Edgewater.
I've been thinking about going back. I'm not much use to anybody here. I get sick thinking about working at the cannery. I can't do that again.
So don't work at the cannery. You wanted to be an engineer.
You know something? I think you're right. The town could use another engineer, and I'm on my way to becoming one. I could do a lot of good in Edgewater. Maybe even keep a garage of my own with a little workbench and my very own toolbox. It's just... Adelaide's never gonna forgive me. Not in 100 years. I go crawling back to my old life in Edgewater, and I'm as good as dead to her.
Leave Adelaide behind then. Edgewater needs you.
Are you sure about this? If we head back to Edgewater on our own, Adelaide won't come with us. She'll stay here and curse us till the end of her days.
I'm sure. You're better off in Edgewater. Let Adelaide stay here.
I expect we got no choice. Edgewater needs us back, and loath as I am to admit it, we need Edgewater. You okay with this, Grace?
My fears are all settled. Thanks for helping me with Zoe.
Just give us some time to gather our personals and say our goodbyes. If you run into Reed, you tell him we're coming back, yeah?
Take care.
I think you did the rightest thing you could, sending the power back to Edgewater. A lot of people would have suffered otherwise.
Okay, alright. Let's go talk to Grace, even though we already talked to Thomas.
Back to the old cannery, huh?
No, that's it. So, now we've talked to them. Let's go talk to her. They're leaving you, haha.
Look at that. The snake's come back.
I've convinced your flock to go back. They're returning to their posts.
Good for them. I'm glad. Back to the old cannery with Grace and Thomas and Stefan and all the others. I expected it'd end like this. Lived out here for years all by my lonesome. Only right that I'd die the same way. I expect you've done enough for the Vale. If you don't mind leaving an old lady with her thoughts, I'd be much obliged.
Not too late. You can still go back to Edgewater.
It is too late, and I'm tired of talking.
And I'm tired of listening to you. Punk? Ah, you're sealed. Okay. Oh. Mm-hmm.
That's impressive.
She can't see me. She doesn't care. Alright, so I think we've got... Oh. We'll take that. Alright, so they're getting their things put together. Let's look at the map. Was there anywhere I didn't go? Just here. What was over here? Oh, that's right. That's that. Okay, yeah, that's. I don't remember what's over there. Let's go find out. Why not? We're doing a little bit better. There was also the primal. Yeah, we'll go ahead and hit the Primal Camp too. Now that we've done the main mission, get a little more combat in. Okay, let me make sure I'm pointed at the object. Okay, so it's up there, probably just beyond that ridge. So I'm just gonna find my way up that ridge, and we should be good. Probably easier said than done, but we'll still try. Oh, guess I missed on that when I ran straight to town. Is that a marauder? That is indeed a marauder. Let's see what our companion does. I like it. Where'd my guy go? Did I burn him? I burned him, didn't I? Well, shoot. Oh, darn. I burned him and then I didn't collect his corpse, and now I can't find him. Okay, well. Regrets are regrets. I hear you. Here, Canid. Can't see him yet. And are we? Yep, we are there. Nope, we actually went way past. Okay, but. Let's have you kill them. Just kidding.
Eyes up! Help!
We got one more. Aw, they're all dead. Let's go ahead and loot. No more loot there. Give me loot here. Nope. Y'all just aren't giving me any loot here, are ya? Oh, or have I already... I may have actually already taken on this location and they just respawned. That can happen. In fact, one of the things I do, or I'll do once it's time to start doing some grinding, once I get off this rock and have another location, is I can actually go between locations and force a refresh, which then gives me the ability to stack up on items and gear and lootables. Okay, so it looks like we got everything over here. Oh, well, except for this. Missed this one last time. Okay, so there's my ship. So there's something. That might just be the landing spot. In fact, yeah, I'm pretty sure that was the landing spot because I'm going the wrong direction now. Okay, but where was that primal nest that we avoided? It was here. So let's go ahead and go there. And let's take out some additional primals, shall we? Alright, and we had... Okay, so it's on the other side of here. Okay, let's go. Let's go hunt some primals. I'll listen to him. I think there was another one close to the main ship again as well, but... Oh. Here we go. Oh, wow. Taking as many drugs as you have turn into addiction, making you suffer withdrawal if you go too long without another hit. Yeah, reject. I mean, I understand where they're coming from, but that's just a little bit too much of a negative, if you ask me. Well, it looks like I haven't killed them all, so... Pieces. Man, you guys just are not dropping anything for me. Rude. Ooh, what are you? Full reliable. That is not something I can use. Heavy weapon, but I might give to... Well, I probably won't give to Parvati immediately, but in the future I could tinker it and get it up in value. So there are more to come.
Here goes nothing.
Where are you? Okay.
That's the last of them.
Alright. Ragdoll physics in this one are a little bit interesting. They seem to go into a frozen state once they die, and then try to ragdoll after that, which is kind of silly. But hey, you know what? Beggars and choosers and all that stuff. Okay, anything else out here for me? Nope. Okay, and where am I at? I seem to remember there. Yes, there's something right about here. Let's go ahead and go back to the geothermal plant and check out that little area. Just want to kind of clear as much out as I can before going on to the next bit. I seem to remember a downed ship in my original playthrough. Just gotta figure out where it is. Oh. Something I hadn't found previous. Okay, so I can't go that way. Well then. When you can't go across, go through. Yes, it should be over here somewhere. Oh, oh hi there, Primal.
Here I go!
Alright. So, got you. And, okay. Where am I at? Okay. So it's... Okay, so it looks like it's actually this peak here. But it looks like there's something to interact with there. Well, I guess not. Alright, so... Well, there is whatever this is over here. We came from this direction, or that's right, we determined that was where I actually came off from. So this particular area is not really of interest, but we do have these areas we really didn't look at. So let's go ahead and do those real quick before we finish up the Emerald Vale quest line. So we want to go this way. Yes. See, my fear of primals came from... Yes, okay. Totally different direction. The very first playthrough I did of this game, on my good playthrough, I went right here first. And summarily got my butt handed to me. Even though it's a starting area. Old Wreckage, yeah. So I come waltzing in here, not even sneaking until... Oh, I may be misremembering, but I could swear that when I went through this the first time, there was a bunch of primals in the area, but I'm not seeing anything that could have just been random, what's the word I'm looking for? Spawns. Interesting. Well, now I kind of regret skipping this area, because if that was a random spawn, that could have been anything. And I missed out on a little bit of loot. But that's fine, I mean, it happens. Okay, I would say that we are basically good to go for this area. Yep, alright. So we will go ahead, since nothing's jumped out of this here, we'll go ahead and jump back to town and finish up with Big Boss Man, who we just made very happy. Alright, and we need to get ourselves up there, so we can throw this away. Or not throw it away, but actually just...
Heard something outside the walls today.
Nothing for us outside those walls. You ought to know that.
Alright, so let's go ahead and sell off some of our stuff.
Spacer's Choice, the brand of choice for spacers on a budget. Music to my ears.
Alright, so let's go ahead and sell. We've got, let's see, weapons. Again, we're only using energy cells. So don't need a shotgun, don't need an assault rifle, trip blade, don't need you, don't need you, don't need you, and my apologies, I thought I had the sound off on my phone there. Let's go ahead and turn that sound down. My apologies, folks. And I thought I had disabled that. Okay. Hopefully it worked that time. Alright, so, and sell a nice plasma rifle, assault rifle, and nothing too special here. Now, here's something we haven't done for a while. Doing really good on the Adrena time. I actually presumed I would have used a lot more by now. I'm gonna hold on to these for now. Probably have use of them later as I get more people on my team. And let's get rid of the junk. I said sell junk. Okay, I was holding the wrong letter. Alright, do you have anything I want? Maxwell, Spacer's Choice. Yeah, we'll go ahead and pick up. You are a special. I'll go ahead and buy you. I probably shouldn't, but I'm going to go ahead and do so. Those are always useful. Let's see. No other special weapons. No special armor. Oh, armor mods. Okay, that could be kind of useful. That could be kind of useful. Actually, I'm probably go there, but definitely pick you up. I think we're good. Alright. Now, let's do the do.
Wonder if the plague's ever gonna pass. Just keep working. Work 4 to 5.
Okay, and going in, going up. And I can turn off, if I wanted to, I could turn off her helmet there and have her face show, but I kind of like the helmets, it's kind of fun. Hi, Reed. Guess what?
This is a fine day, friend. Power flows through our town like a cool stream of water. I trust Adelaide's people have seen their way to reason. So, when can I expect them back at their posts?
Adelaide won't come back to town, but her followers will.
That's good enough for me. Adelaide and I have a history. Was unlikely she'd ever come back. But hope springs eternal. We are in your debt. I am authorizing you for a discount on all official Spacer's Choice products, courtesy of the people of Edgewater.
Wait, there's something I've meant to ask you.
By all means.
I met a worker by the name of Thomas. Says he wants to be an engineer.
Thomas? Thomas Kemp? I remember him. Had to write him up for daydreaming a few too many times.
He's a decent mechanic, provided we'll vouch for him.
He tries real hard, Mr. Thompson. This is something he wants to do. That'll make him twice as good.
You may be right. And with the town set to grow, it is time I invested in a new mechanic.
You have your workers back. What happens now?
This whole fiasco is not one I am keen on repeating. I was too hard on my own workers. I pushed them to their breaking point.
Corporate shill, but you're their boss. You don't have to fend for them.
Look, we're a small, poor town on some backwater corner of Terra 2. Only way we're surviving the coming years is by working together.
I like that attitude. Okay. So, never mind.
Yeah, huh?
We'll talk later. Okay, are you just going to let Parvati continue on with me? Let's go ahead and leave then. Woohoo! Last time, like I said, I actually convinced him to leave. Didn't kill him. I was a good boy, but I convinced him to leave so Adelaide could control things and run things. Of course, that's also how we discovered that Adelaide was using her special fertilizer was human remains. I'm spoiling something since it didn't show up in this playthrough, but that was actually what we discovered. So, alright. I guess it's time to return to the ship. Oh, maybe she's wanting to go with me to actually see it actually work. So, fast travel. Okie doke. Here we go. I'm presuming I'll get the whole Canican with you soon.
Is this your ship? Oh my stars, she is just so handsome. Does she have a name yet? What's her drive model? Oh, gosh. Listen to me babbling. When I was in Edgewater, I dreamed of flying on a real ship, working on a real engine, belonging to a proper crew. I'm the only decent mechanic Edgewater's got, but every time I think of going back, I get this sinking feeling.
You've never been on a ship before?
I've worked on the occasional supply coach in need of repairs. Once I built a little model craft out of spare parts, but Mr. Thompson found out and I had to take it apart. I want to ask you something, and you can say no, but can I come with you? I could tend to your engine, I know my G-valves for my catalyzers, and I can keep your ship singing. And if you ever need a pair of eyes watching your back, I can do that too. What do you think?
You just met me. Why would you want to go into space with a stranger?
Yeah, I've been thinking about that. Edgewater was on the verge of collapse before you showed up. You sent them power, and now the town might see another season. You didn't know those deserters a thing, but you helped them anyway. Made sure they had a home to come back to. You ain't exactly a stranger anymore. You done some kindness hereabouts. I wouldn't mind following somebody like that.
You really want out of Edgewater that badly?
Yeah, I really do. My whole life's been small. I realized that when you walked into town. I've been seeing the same faces every day, the same sky, the same stars. Then I saw this ship. This gorgeous, stately lady with her eyes turned skyward, and I made up my mind to come along with you.
Alright, I'd be glad to have you along. Pick a cabin, it's yours.
Yes! I mean, thanks. You won't regret this, mister. Captain. I can call you Captain now. Ha! I got a captain.
I'm sorry, but I love Parvati. She's just way too cute. Okay, anyways, let's go ahead and head in. Ah, there's the vicar.
Well, I certainly am looking forward to flying on a ship named the Unreliable. I'll just head upstairs and claim a room.
You do that, buddy.
Captain, I have detected that Edgewater's power supply is now optimal. I applaud your willingness to invest your time in the local community.
Little bit of a double meaning there.
What can I do for you, Captain?
I have a power regulator.
Do you know how to install a power regulator?
And you walk me through it?
Step 1. Pick up your power regulator. Step 2. Approach the terminal located in our engine room. Step 3. Insert power regulator. Step 4. Celebrate. Our engine room is located behind you. Across the cargo bay, up the ladders.
I'll be back. Yeah, okay, so yeah, I know I could have gotten experience points for using the engineering knowledge, but that was just too fun not to let it make the joke. Alright. I went the wrong way. That's okay. I could have gone in that room and just gone up those ladders, but that's alright. It's been a little while. Alright, and are you ready? So difficult.
Where are we headed?
Okay. Now, everything's been powered up. In fact, actually, now that everything's been powered up, let's go ahead and check things out. Or will it let me yet? Nope, I still need to... Excuse me, I still need to talk to her. I still can't store things. Darn. Okay, so let's talk to you.
What can I do for you, Captain?
I've installed the power regulator.
All systems are operating within acceptable parameters. I am prepared to bring the unreliable into low-altitude orbit. This should prove an adequate test of our flight capabilities.
Hold on, I need to take care of something. Now that I've done that, I still... Okay, so I guess I gotta be...
Welcome back, Captain.
Go to the next place.
All systems are now operating within acceptable parameters.
Let's get out of here. Gotta love this. And I think my screenshot's gonna be somewhere in there. Against all odds, the unreliable takes flight. Oh, and hey, look at that. We are actually at the 1 hour mark. So once this finishes loading up, we'll go ahead and do some cleanup.
We have received a communication request from Dr. Phineas Wells.
Alright, we'll go ahead and finish this part up, and then we'll go ahead and stop for the night. Alright, so, good. I'm waiting to hear from him, or this better be quick.
Based on my initial calculations of Dr. Wells's personality, that seems highly unlikely.
Ah, there you are. Hale and hearty, and captain of your own ship. I see you're putting the unreliable to good use. Shame about her former captain. Horrible way to die. How are you feeling, by the way? I lost track of you in that cave back there. Experiencing any, unnatural drippage? Perfectly normal side effect of thawing, I assure you.
I've been feeling a little lightheaded. Also, I can slow down time.
Oh, yes, that's probably permanent. I wouldn't worry about it, though. I'm sure you're fine. What you saw in Emerald Vale is happening all across the colony. Food shortages, lack of supplies, and basic necessities. We're dying. The chairman, the minister, and all their lackeys on the board are to blame. The Hope has some of the brightest minds Earth ever sent us. If we can revive the Hope's colonists, they can help us undo the board's mistakes. They can help us set things right. You need to get to Stellar Bay on Monarch. I have contacts there. They'll help me, help us, find the chemicals to revive your fellow colonists. Gladys Culkelly, lovely woman, runs a cozy little black marketing outfit on the Groundbreaker. She can get you a nav key to land on Stellar Bay.
Slow down, you're asking me to get involved with the black market?
Gladys and I have been doing business for years. Her smuggling credentials are unimpeachable. If anyone can get you a key to Monarch, it's her.
What's stopping me from just leaving Halcyon altogether?
Without a skip drive, good luck. You'll be dead before you make it to the nearest star. Look, I admire your optimism, but the sad truth is you're stuck here. You, me, and the rest of this colony. We're all skating precariously around the edge of oblivion together. None of us are leaving Halcyon alive, so we may as well make it a better place, and we can start by reviving the hope.
You said something about needing a nav key to land on Monarch?
Captains don't fly their own ships, you see. Your navigation terminal handles the, navigation. Think of a nav key as a set of flight instructions. The board's been confiscating nav keys for Stellar Bay, so we must rely on unconventional means of acquisition. Hence, Miss Gladys Kilkelly.
Can't I land somewhere outside Stellar Bay?
In theory, I suppose you could land your ship in Cascadia, and in theory, I suppose you might survive the experience. Cascadia is utterly seething with dangerous, highly aggressive creatures more than capable of tearing you limb from limb. You'd have to be a lunatic to land in Cascadia, and I'm reasonably certain I tested your brain for incipient signs of insanity. Trust me, talk to Gladys Kilkelly.
Fine, I'll go have a word with Gladys.
Excellent. I'll send her a wireless. Let her know you're coming. By the way, I gave Captain Hawthorne a disguise apparatus of my own design, cutting-edge technology years ahead of its time. I call it the Holographic Shroud. I'm sure it will prove remarkably useful to you. You'll find it in the captain's quarters.
I'll put it... you want me to wear a cape?
Wrong matter of shroud, my slow-witted accomplice. This is, how to put it simply, a device that makes you look different, sound different. Briefly. The device has its limits, but it will allow you to blend in perfectly, and probably won't jeopardize your ability to have children. No, definitely not. Probably, yes. Very simply, the holographic shroud uses biometric information contained on standard identity cartridges to generate a holographic projection around you.
People will actually fall for this? Seems far-fetched.
The beauty is they don't expect it. The shroud is the only one of its kind. We humans have a tendency to overlook the unexpected. Activate the disguise, walk past someone. What do they see? A figure dressed like a fellow employee. Don't act odd. They won't focus on you.
You mentioned this thing has limitations?
Only stands up to a casual scrutiny. Use it too long, bound to flicker, blur, something like that. Movement makes it more likely. Best used in moderation. When you see guards in your path you can't sneak past, for example. Maintain your distance. Act normal. No running, no jumping. Don't draw their attention. If they pay attention, they're more likely to notice flaws in the hologram.
Why do I need a gadget for this? Couldn't I just steal a uniform or something?
A change of clothes. What is this? Some old spy serial? What inattentive and brainless guard would be fooled by such a shabby disguise? The holographic shroud masks not only your clothes, but your face and fingerprints. It modulates your voice and sweetens your breath.
How the hell does a hologram sweeten your breath?
Science, that's how.
I'll put it to good use, thanks.
Excellent. I'll contact you once you've found a way to get to Stellar Bay. If you have any questions, come see me in my lab. And remember, don't trust the board. They'll try to win you over with promises of wealth and power, but it's a lie. The board's only interested in filling their own pockets. If we don't put a stop to them, they're going to run this colony to the ground.
Transmission ended. If you are ready to depart, please select a destination on your navigation terminal.
Got it. Okay, we're going to look around a little bit before we go. Yay, look at that. See, transfer, finally. Okay, so we can now... Okay, I'm going to hold on to that because I want to actually check Parvati. Actually... See. 30, okay, 63, 63... 5, level 5. What is the difference? I see no difference whatsoever. Okay, Vicar Max, what are you using? Nice. We're gonna have him use Old Reliable. Yeah. Yeah, okay. So you guys are relatively good. I don't need to. Okay, so there we go. So those are saved now. So now we have functioning doors. There's our body. This is. We'll actually end the episode in my room. There's other rooms, and we'll explore those on the next playthrough. But Adelaide's deserters dreamed of an independent life without board oversight. You taught them an important lesson: never dream. Oh, that's
Make
cool.
yourself at home, Captain.
Pick up sentry saber. Okay, nice. Okay. Holographic shroud. He explained this. Basically, it projects a disguise on you and your companions that give you restricted access, provided you have the correct ID cartridges for that area. Restricted access areas are off limits to unauthorized personnel and otherwise result in being attacked on site. There's a bin. Is that Chinese checkers? I can't remember what that game is called. Alright, so yeah, as you go through the game, the choices you make actually wind up with things getting put in your room. Same with stuff you pick up can actually show up in your user's room. So I had to level up, so actually that's how we will finish off. So let's go ahead and go to skills. Again, we got the hack we needed, we got the leadership we needed. Don't really need... No, really need that. We got what we need here. Dialogue here. And just again double checking. Okay, so we're good there. Okay, so yeah, we're gonna go ahead and unlock additional. We're just gonna pump it all into melee. Give me some more damage and okay, so apply. And then we got perks. What other perk are we gonna go for? We're gonna do additional base health, which is probably the best. Vendor prices. Recharge, walk, sprint, capacity. Yeah, so we're gonna go for toughness. We could use the toughness. We'll probably do the high maintenance one next time. And because we leveled up, he gets a special. So we base health, threat generated, and hack. We're actually going to do that because I need his hack improvement. And we'll get you better armor later. Alright, so that should just about do it for today. So with all that said, it's time to wrap up the episode. As always, if you like what I'm doing here, please do me a favor and give that selfish algorithm something it always wanted. Like or dislike the video, I don't mind, which you do. Click the subscribe button, ring the bell for notifications, and leave me a comment or some constructive criticism. As always, I do appreciate you coming along on this journey with me. I hope that this is as much fun for you as it is for me. So, until we meet again, game on, lovelies.